Welcome to this demonstration on the Fusion product. It used to be called Planet. It is now called Fusion. What I'm going to show you today is some of the great features that Fusion has. It's just a demonstration on how easy it is to design and some of the features that it has. First thing that you can see is the great graphics that it does have. And one of the great new features that it's just brought out in 2009 is the Google SketchUp feature, where you can import Google 3D warehouse models into the Fusion product. So the first button here at the top is basically, it shows you that you can import it from the web. You can also import it from your PC, so you can download the images and store it on your PC and import them whenever you feel like. But let's go and have a look and see what kind of models you can get. I'm just opening up the browser, and I can type in here, let's say coffee, and press search. And here, let's go for some espresso machines, and let's download it. And okay, I'm downloading one of these coffee machines and putting it into my design now. There is our coffee machine that we've put into our design from the Google warehouse and from the models that we can get there. And you can import more stuff as you like: Coke bottles and wine bottles, wine glasses, microwaves, microwave ovens, or in ovens with microwaves. You can import all those, even including people and animals. Now, one of the new renders that Fusion has is global illumination. You'll notice if I click on the eyeball and it's got global illumination here, I can click on the Ultra and it will render this design that I've got here in the best quality that Fusion can render as. Let's click on it and let's have a look. Here we have our global illumination view of Fusion. This is one of the new features that have come up. The next thing I'm going to show you is you can create separate windows. So let's say you have a laptop and a screen for your customer. You can go and click on window and create a new one at the top. And what this will do is, if you've got a screen, you can put the picture onto the separate one, and you can do work while the customer's looking at his picture and telling you what to do. And so he doesn't need to see how you're doing it on the laptop, which is a very nice feature to have. Another thing that you can do is you can print straight from the screen and also save it. You can right click and you can go save screen, and it will ask you where you're wanting to save it. You can just type in picture and you can save it. You'll notice that it will ask you what kind of percentage, what size you want. Make it 100, press OK, and you'll notice that it's saved now there. You can also print, right click, print, and you can send it to the printer. And that's how easy that is to do. Now there's a couple of things that you can do on the move around on it. You can change views on it. Let's go back into and change this to our background view, so that we can move around easier. This is this view here takes quite a while to move around in. So let's click on background and get back into the other screen. Okay, let's move around on our screen. We can turn around by clicking on some of these easy tools that you can use to move around. Let's click on this, drag it around. And let go, and then we can render that. And you can click on bird's eye view to get your top. You can continue to get different views. and just have a look at some of the nice views that you can get. Okay, let's move on and have a look at some of the more features that you can do. You can right click on the screen, you can go to elevation, and you can get your front on screen views. You can see the different shapes of the doors, the sizes, the dimensions. You can also put on annotations, so you would click on the annotations button and you can change it from dimensions to annotations, and you can click on by unit name and annotate them. And there's the annotations. You can move those around to where you like. You can also add on your own types of ones. So if you're wanting to say microwave and press apply, you can put that under that one, or let me do a new one and say microwave. Apply. You can click on fonts and you can change the fonts of these if you want it bigger. If you want it 12, you can click on those and it would make all those units bigger, all those dimensions, all those annotations bigger. And there you can see some of those features. Again, let's go back to plan view. You can right click, go plan, and if you're wanting to space out your dimensions a bit more, you can click on the dimensions button again. You'll notice here it's got initial gap. Let's make that 300, subsequent gap 300, and you can also take off the fixtures, and I don't want the gap dimensions in there as well. So there we go. It just makes it a bit neater to look at on your plans. And these are some of the features. Let's have a look at some of the tiling that you can do in the program as well. You can get pictures of, you can tile walls. You can look at the advanced tiling there. You'll notice that not the whole wall is tiled, just part of it where you need it to be tiled. And these are features that are available in Fusion. You can tile the floors. You can put different colors for the ceilings, change the wall colors, put lights inside, outside, and put fixtures all over the program. Also, everything is customizable, so you can click on an object and change the size of those units. So if you're wanting this one to be, let's say, 900, it will do that for you. Adding and moving units around is very easy. It's very customizable, and it's also drag and drop. So you take the unit that you want, drag it into where you want it, and let go, and it would add it there. If you're wanting to move stuff around, you can click on an object, right click on it, and drag it where you need it to be. So all this is very easy to do. You can drag anything around, put anything wherever you want it to be. And let's right click on this, select this unit, move it around, move it back in, and it's all easy enough to do for that. So if you're wanting to move this one next to this unit, you can put it down to the bottom, and there it is there. Now let's have a look at some of the designs that you can get from the Fusion package.